Different date, same fate. I'ma knock out Jake Paul.
Alright, get ready, because things just got real. Mike Tyson just demolished Jake Paul, not in the ring, but with a game-changing move. Brand new fight rules dropped for November 15th. See, Jake originally backed out of the fight, thinking he could play it safe. He claimed it was out of concern for Mike's age, saying the 58-year-old legend might not be in top form. But Tyson wasn't buying any of it. Instead, he fired back with a jaw-dropping $350 million fine, basically saying, "You don't call the shots, kid." Jake quickly switched gears and came crawling back, hoping to get the fight back on track. But now, he's stuck playing by Tyson's new rules. And trust me, these rules are no joke. They are crafted to put Jake through hell. It all began on July 5th, 2024, when Jake Paul shocked the boxing world by pulling the plug on what was supposed to be the biggest fight of the year. He uploaded a video explaining that his main concern was Tyson's health, referencing some expert opinions that suggested the former heavyweight champ might.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event.
The announcement landed like a grenade. Hype had been building for months. Tyson had been grinding, posting his training sessions online and proving he was still a force to be reckoned with. Then suddenly, Jake hits the brakes and calls it off. Confusion erupted. Fans were baffled. The internet went wild. Jake tried to play it cool, saying everyone should just move on and look ahead. But people weren't having it. Fans felt duped, and big-time sponsors were fuming. Then came the curveball. Jake revealed a new opponent, Mike Perry. The date? July 20th, 2024. His reason? Perry's a great fighter. A real competitor. That was it. No other explanation. Just a hard left turn with no warning.
Yeah, the news is true, folks. I, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida, July.
The news stirred up all kinds of reactions. Some were curious, others suspicious. Perry, a former MMA fighter turned boxer, brought a rough, in-your-face energy, nothing like Jake's slick, media-savvy image. Promotion for the Paul vs. Perry bout kicked into high gear, with Perry promising a straight-up war. But no matter how hyped the new fight got, the ghost of the Tyson match loomed large. Everyone kept wondering what might have been. But no one, and I mean no one, was more furious than Mike Tyson. Imagine this. The guy's battling a painful ulcer, refusing to postpone the fight out of pure dedication, and then Jake pulls the plug like it's no big deal? Mike wasn't having it. So what's the first thing he does? Slaps Jake with a lawsuit worth $350 million. You heard that right. $350 million. Why that insane number? Let's unpack it. The financial damage caused by Jake's sudden exit was catastrophic. Major brands like Monster Energy and DraftKings had poured millions into promotions for this fight, ads, billboards, TV spots, the whole 9 yards. All of that wasted. Add in sponsorship deals, partnerships, cross-promotions, all of it turned to ash the moment Jake backed out. That kind of money doesn't just disappear quietly.
Yeah, the biggest ever.
Ever. It's on pace to be the biggest fight ever.
Yes, and we're involved.
We're involved, right?
We're involved. All those big shots, all the biggest athletes in the world, this is the biggest ever.
November 28th.
Lit. Hey, we lit here. We lit at the Tyson Ranch.
And don't forget the venues. Booking these mega events isn't a last-minute job. It takes months of coordination. Broadcasters had already secured exclusive rights, investors had chips on the table, and when Jake walked, everybody took a massive financial hit. Now, Jake's left trying to explain himself. The $350 million demand lit up the media. Critics called it excessive. Legal experts debated whether it could even be enforced. Jake's side tried to play it off as a mix-up, saying it was all a misunderstanding. Classic Jake, the lovable troublemaker who just made a tiny mistake. His team claimed he never meant to bail, that his words were twisted, and he still wanted the fight to happen, just later. But Tyson wasn't buying it. His trust was broken, and he wasn't going to let Jake walk away unscathed. So he threw down the gauntlet. If the fight was going to happen, it would happen by his rules. And those rules? They are downright savage. On July 10, 2024, Tyson's fight terms were officially unveiled, and they were designed to put Jake Paul through the ringer. This wasn't going to be a standard boxing match. It was war. First, the rounds were extended. Instead of the usual 8, We're talking 15 full rounds, straight out of old-school heavyweight boxing. That changes everything. Longer fights test stamina, strategy, and mental toughness. Jake, who's used to quick, high-energy bouts, now has to prepare for a marathon. He'll have to be smarter, conserve energy, and choose his moments carefully. With every extra round comes more opportunity to slip up or get knocked out. But that's not all. Tyson slashed the rest time between rounds in half. Instead of a full minute to recover, just 30 seconds. That's brutal. Fighters depend on those breaks to breathe, regroup, and hear from their corners. Cutting that in half means Jake's recovery time just got cut to the bone. Then there's the glove situation. Tyson's mandating 8-ounce gloves, lighter than the 10-ounce gloves typically used. Lighter gloves mean less padding, more pain. Every punch hits harder, and the risk of injury skyrockets. Jake's going to need to fine-tune both his offense and defense to survive those kinds of hits. And it gets even more intense. Tyson introduced a knockout-only rule. No decisions. No scorecards. No technical wins. This fight ends only when one man hits the canvas, and stays there. For Jake, this is huge. He's known for powerful knockouts, sure, but now he has no safety net. He can't win on points. Every punch has to be thrown with fight-ending intent. Tyson also brought in what he calls the Iron Man round, one full, uninterrupted round of non-stop action. No breaks, no pauses, no ref stepping in. 3 straight minutes of relentless fighting. It's the ultimate endurance test, meant to push both fighters to the brink. Then there's the drug testing. Tyson's demanding random, mandatory tests throughout training. No loopholes, no shady supplements. This fight is meant to be clean, just raw power, discipline, and will. Jake's every move will be under the microscope. And finally, there's the no clinching rule. Tyson's cracking down on holding tactics. No grabbing to slow the action. No stalling for breath. It's all about constant movement, constant pressure. Jake won't have the luxury of hugging it out when the heat gets too intense. He'll have to stand and trade, round after round. So the question now is simple. Can Jake survive this gauntlet? Or should he start drafting his will? Either way, one thing's clear. Mike Tyson is not here to play. Jake asked for a fight, and now, he's got one.